Damn.
Trying to kill me.
Alright, we're here with Josh, looking at the carnage of this thing. So tell him what happened.
Well, the motor. You guys. Hey guys.
Well, you see here, she's so yeah, last video, the mud video you guys seen, most of you, some of you, whatever, seen that this thing had a rod knock, so we tore half of it apart there, and
yeah, so we got back at like 5 o'clock Sunday, and we had this trip, what, 3 weeks out?
yeah,
Smorr trip. So we got back, pulled it out, pulled the oil pan, had metal all in it. So then we were gonna take it to an engine builder, and
I called Power Sports 1 on Monday, and it was
who you bought the machine from?
within a couple days of the warranty of the 6 months of owning it, luckily. They tore it apart, told me the oil pump failed, it ruined a rod bearing, a rod, the crank shifted, so it ruined both the cases. So pretty much it's almost a brand new motor minus the top end. And here we are now, ready to install it.
they've been nothing but good to us, and you know, it seems like,
I mean, this one had to have been a fluke. I mean, there's literally 80 miles on this machine. It is brand.
yeah, so tell them what the reason that they think it went, you know, whether you said the oil pump.
They think the oil pump started to fail. It didn't completely fail, but it was on its way out. So the motor started to starve for oil, and luckily we all heard some funky noise and saved whatever parts could be saved.
Yeah, so they said the top end is all good still, and then basically the whole bottom end is new, including the cases and everything, as far as I know, right? So yeah, I mean, hopefully
Maybe there'll be a oil line, oil pressure install.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty dumb that they don't come with at least a dummy light.
yeah, I mean, so
they don't?
No.
I mean, unless somebody knows otherwise, chime in here. But you know, I backed into a stick, and pretty cool there, and it happened to harpoon right through the suspension and rip my the metal line for the oil feed. And you know, my motor lost all its oil right there on the spot, and I turned it off, not because there was an oil pressure indicator light, but because it sounded scary. So I turned it off immediately, and obviously my motor's not hurt by it, but the fact that I never got a light kind of concerned me, and I probably should have looked into a gauge then, but I just fixed the oil line and, you know, carried on. But Josh's case, they're saying that the oil pump was starting to fail, or wasn't spinning as fast as it should, or something like that. And
so
that's
the thing about the lube or whatever that's in the pump.
yeah, they also said
When they pack the pump to like prime, it's full of silicone, so it's possible that some of that silicone could have got pumped into the oil filter and clogged it, and could have screwed something up that way.
I mean, or clogged like the orifice for maybe the rod or something, you know? Because there was only one rod, was it? Right? I guess number 3.
I don't know.
I know number 3 is like the window themselves sometimes. I don't really know why, but that's all you read on the forum.
so. Yeah, he never got, you know, a low oil pressure light or anything like that. So I mean, I don't think there is one, because I never got one either. And you know, we've seen that there is aftermarket like oil pressure.
Alba and Waller make like a little their own spin on kit.
That goes on the
Waller
oil filter.
makes the one that goes on the oil filter, and then the oil filter screws to that, and it's supposed to have lines for oil pressure and oil temp. I believe you can get. Otherwise, Alba I think makes a different one, but it's probably a strong investment.
Yeah, so I mean,
to get.
yeah, I'm gonna look into that as well, just for a good peace of mind. Same thing with the mine's a 16 and it didn't come with a temp gauge, which personally I think that's just stupid.
Yeah, the light doesn't come on until 260.
Yeah, I mean my rig's been hot a few times, unfortunately.
This one has never been.
No, this thing has never been hot. You know, some people were saying that in that mudding video that we were stupid for beating it while it was smoking. I mean, the smoking was literally just steam from water, like splashing onto the exhaust. But that's besides the point. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you know, it is an off-road machine. We beat the shit out of ours. We never had any issues. This was a fluke of some sort. And Yamaha themselves, Power Sports 1 said that they think it was the oil pump. So, I don't know, that's kind of where we're at with that.
I mean, I bought mine brand new, 0 miles on it, and within, what, a half hour it was on its roof. And it was on a moto track, this wick,
Yeah, I mean,
right off the lot, the first day.
Insert pick.
And then I rolled it.
Yeah.
Upside down, can't get out.
Yeah, bought the cage, just destroyed the whole machine within 30 minutes, but. And mine has 2,500 miles on it now. And
Yeah.
it's.
I mean, old Tickie's still with us.
Yeah, I mean, she sounds fucking horrendous, but she loves
It
it.
was on its lid for like a half hour. We couldn't flip it back over. We had to go get a truck and
Just dragged it on its side.
So-
Good investment.
So yeah, as far as, I mean, the whole thing's covered from Yamaha, so it's really cool. You know, the whole experience was fast. They got the turnaround time on it quick, you know, I don't know, what was that at the dealer? A week and a half, 2 weeks?
Week and a half.
You know, for a full, complete new motor, you know, that's pretty impressive.
Well, bottom end.
You know, back in my day, I had my Polaris Turbo, and I had the diff go bad, and it was completely stock unit. You know, no different tires. It was the 29-inch Bighorns, literally bone stock, no tune, no nothing. And I blew the diff on that, and Polaris, you know, fought me around. Not only, like, I can understand if they're gonna not warranty it because it's beat or whatever, I guess. But the fact that I waited 2 to 3 weeks for them to tear it apart and tell me that, no, we're not gonna cover it. You know, I could have had the whole thing built and fixed by then, but they just jerked me around on it. And maybe that was just my local dealer. I know that has a lot of pull too, and Power Sports 1 is a really big dealer up here in Wisconsin. So that could have played into it as well. You know, not necessarily bashing Polaris themselves, but it's just cool that Yamaha took care of it on this one. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing thrown back in here, and one of the last steps for getting ready for smorr this Thursday. Today is Sunday. You gonna rev that thing up or what? Oh my god. The only way Josh gets to ride with us anymore. So we got the motor back in, pretty much good to go. Just gotta do some little stuff. We need to go run and get some coolant for it. And then we'll do the first fire up and do some heat cycles on it and get her warmed up. Oh. Meh.
We'll do one heat cycle, shut her down, and then we put the rest of it together, and by that time, it should be cool. And full sun in the field.
No club limiter, Josh. Oh no. Just kidding.
I just held mine for like 5
So yeah, we got the plugs unplugged. Trying to prime the oil.
Yeah, I mean, this thing probably had absolutely nothing in it. Obviously, it's all new, so.
We're just trying to get it to turn over a couple times before firing, just to get some oil up and everywhere. We poured a quart in the top through this plug here. I don't know if you can see, it's pretty dark. Yeah, you can. We poured a quart in the top there, and then the other 2 over in the normal spot. So hopefully getting everything nice and lubed up before the first fire. Moment of truth. First startup.
Fresh motor.
Yeah, brand new motor. Well, that was noisy. Dear God, that was scary. Can you breathe now? So dumb. Oh, it sounds so good now. We're back. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You want to loosen up that bleeder thing that's on that back?
We're just trying to get the clean the air out of the system. What screw did you take out? So the guys that oh god, shut it off. That's not how this is supposed to go.
Let all the air out.
I think the air pocket is fucking warm. It's like a geyser over there. Oh god, where'd the bolt go? Dude, I can't. I wish I could help, but I want to show the people, you know.
It's a hot bolt. Probably shouldn't have taken it out.
Complete wrong way to do it, but
Cross thread's better than
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys learn anything from us, it's
Don't do that.
not to do what we do.
Good thing it wasn't too hot.
It was, your temp gauge said it was 62 still, so it can't be a bitch your whole life, you know.
Okay, start it up.
All right, we gotta get the second startup.
Coolant everywhere.
Everybody ready? I like the sound of that startup better. It's 118 degrees. Made a little mess. Evidently we shouldn't have took that bolt all the way out, but there was some kind of air pocket or something. Seems to be working good now though. This is exciting.
I mean, it's not shooting out, so that's a good sign. It's not like my Duramax.
Blown head gasket life.
Alright, say it coolant.
Trying to get this thing up to temp. Do some heat cycles on the new motor. Sounds good though. There's only one way to test it out for sure, right? Just kidding. No club limiter today. Gotta let this motor break in a little. Nice enough to temp though. What is it at? 200? Version 2.0 for the YXZ. 88 miles on the clock. Hopefully this one treats us better. I wouldn't go too much further. It moves. It would be a shame if you did some donuts in here. thing's back with us. We're all done, ready for s'more. So pretty pumped. Stay tuned for that. We're leaving in a couple days here.
It'll be good.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Any last words, Josh?
Hopefully I get to test the Roxxzillas.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. That's a really rocky park with a lot of rocky ledges. So we're hoping to compare the Roxxzillas to the carnivore on that kind of terrain. It's always been really, you know, muddy and sloppy. So the carnivores seem to do better in that. But yeah, stay tuned.